Hey guys, welcome back to another pick a card reading. This week's reading is a fun reading. We are going to see what kind of pet peeves people have surrounding you. So, what kind of things trigger people, maybe certain people specifically. We are just gonna see what comes through. So, yeah, if this topic interests you, then stick around. We have 4 piles as usual to choose from. Pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to pause this video for a moment if you need some time to meditate on which of these groups you feel the most drawn to. And then once you've decided, you can fast forward to the timestamp in the description box below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and without further ado, we will start with pile 1. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading for all of you who chose this gorgeous ocean jasper. Let's see what kind of pet peeves people have concerning you. Okay, so we start off with the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, as well as the 10 of Cups. Okay, let's just move these up a little bit for you guys. Okay, so something that strikes me first, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we have 2 3s and 2 4s. Also, no, wait, we have 3 4s. Whoa, okay. And then 2 10s. So there's a lot of repetition happening here, so that makes me think that certain pet peeves are shared among many people, or many people are finding similar pet peeves with you. Okay? Yeah, so this seems to be a shared perception. All right? There could be multiple pet peeves here. I think there are. But they're shared among multiple people. One of the pet peeves that's coming through first has to do with this 4 of Cups. Maybe someone thinks you guys are stingy. The 4 of, wait, did I say the 4 of Cups? 4 of Pentacles talks about someone who likes to hold on to their resources, their money, quite tightly. As you can see, he's holding these. And this is also followed by the 10 of Pentacles, which has a lot to do with career. So maybe for you guys, people are always hearing about your career. Maybe that is a big thing. But I think this has to do with money. So people thinking that you're really strict with money, stingy or stuffy, stuck up about money. There's something coming through here with money though, definitely, as well as your career. So either people thinking that they've heard enough of that, or that you're always making about that. Yeah, it's almost like you can't put it to rest with the 4 of Swords. Maybe people think you hold on to grudges. That's what it could also be symbolizing here, because there could be certain hurts or certain things that you keep bringing up, or that somehow just keeps being brought up or rehashed and not being put to bed or to rest. And people definitely talk about that, okay? And also, just to disclaimer, what I say in these readings might not even be true. This is just what other people think of you and things that are amplified or saturated in their view. So just don't take anything that I say personally. Yeah, I think people might be annoyed that you have trouble with forgiving others or holding on to grudges, as you can see here. This hand of reconciliation or of opportunity is reaching out to this person, but they don't want it. They are looking off at these other cups, which are already emptied. Which, yeah, 3 cups here and then the 3 cups here. So it's almost as if this person, can you see this? The 3 of cups and then the 4 of cups, but they're looking at these other 3 cups off in a different direction. So it's almost like you're caught up on something, or you're missing out on other opportunities, or people have a hard time talking to you because they think your attention is elsewhere, or that you're caught up on something else that isn't or shouldn't be a big deal. All right. So yeah, people, that could be a pet peeve. They think you purposely hold on to certain things, or that you're very paranoid. That could be something as well. But I feel like people, or maybe some people, avoid this or try not to be sucked into this because it feels or has this kind of stressful, anxious energy. Yeah, it could seem to other people like you have a lot of fears or anxieties about things not working out or about losing money. Yeah, like financial stress could be a thing with you guys. Again, this has a lot to do with money and career, or at least those were the things that are, really coming through strongly earlier. Another thing, though, just socially, is that people could notice you spending a lot of time by yourself and it almost seeming like you're choosing that. And then, yeah, like you're choosing to be unhappy, or you're choosing to be alone. And then people might interpret that as you doing this to yourself or having certain like destructive behaviors. So that's why it could be hard for people, or specifically people who see this as a problem, to have pity or sympathy. Okay. But again, this seems to be a pattern that's emerging with multiple people. And because we have 3 4s, maybe this is 3 people in particular who have these same pet peeves. Okay. Let's pull you guys some more cards. What pet peeves do people have surrounding pile 1? Okay, so we have life's purpose and face your fears. Okay, yeah. Fears, anxieties, paranoia, that is also a big thing. From just looking at this 9 of Swords card, I think you can tell there's that vibe. But because it's under the 4 of Pentacles, it specifically seems like it has to do with money, or it could also have to do with your social life and you destructively putting yourself in certain situations that aren't going to work out. Okay, this pile definitely, it almost seems like you would rather self-destruct than face some of these fears, like face dealing with it head on, or even confronting people or putting certain things to rest, right? It's like this holding on to certain things, like physically, emotionally, that aren't good for you, okay? And it almost feeling like you dragging people into this too. Or it could be that, people feel, and again, not everyone, but the people who have these pet peeves, right? It could be that they feel almost like they're sucked in to this, or having to go along with the ride with you. This life's purpose. Yeah, it just seems like you guys making a big deal about certain things that seem like life or death. This has to do with my purpose or my career or family. That's why we have these tens, I think, because tens, specifically these ones, rule things that we hold in high esteem or that are considered like that pinnacle of completion, right? So, yeah, people could think that you make a big fuss about that or about, serious things, right? Commitment or money, career, family commitments too. And that becomes this heightened or saturated focus for you. That is what's annoying, is either you getting too caught up in it or pulling other people into it with you. Let's pull you guys a few more cards. Pile 1. We have Gypsy Columbine. This could be fears about abandonment too, guys. Maybe you guys being either too clingy to certain people or even the opposite, as I said earlier, where it's almost bordering on antisocial, or you guys isolating yourselves from other people, from other people's judgments, right? This one. We also have Circus of Love. Yeah, okay, you guys, you want to be loved. You want to be in that circus of love, right? Maybe you're worried that you are unlovable, or you could be overcompensating in that department. Maybe that's what these fears have to do with, is you guys not being lovable enough, or at the end of the day not having someone or something to come home to, right? These tens. So like if that's your career, your family, certain friendships, things that are your rock and you holding on so tightly to them. Yeah, it's like this fear of letting go of something because you don't know if it will be gone forever or if you can count on it to be there. But there's like that intense focus and clinginess, definitely, that's coming through. And you guys holding on to grudges or having trouble forgiving people, possibly people who have broken your heart in the past, or I don't know, situations that have left you feeling abandoned or incomplete. So people could, yeah, that could be a pet peeve of that people have, is thinking that emotionally you are heavy, or that like, again, there's a lot that they would have to deal with in turn, or like your energy will rub off on them. Okay? So let's roll the Astro dice. I'm curious to see whose pet peeves are these. Let's see if we can get some signs. Top 3. Pile 1. Okay, we have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So all the water signs. All the water signs have a problem with you, pile 1. Maybe it's, yeah, it's like that being really stuck on something, or emotionally heavy or distant, or yeah, having fears about abandonment, or if this is about money and feeling like you have a lot of anxiety about that too. These are the kinds of things that just stress other people out, you know? I feel like that's what it is your energy feeling heavy or people wanting to avoid it again because they don't want to become a part of it. You know how there are certain people, and I'm not saying you are one of these people necessarily, who have bad or unlucky things happen to them, and it seems like they're a magnet almost for that kind of energy, and you avoid them because you don't want it to rub off on you too. It almost feels sort of like that, like people moving out of your way as if you were like a roadblock or something. And I know that sounds pretty harsh, okay? I don't mean that in a literal sense at all. But that is one of the feelings that I'm getting. Okay. So let's just roll this. Pile 1. What pet peeves do people have of you? Okay, so we have Cancer, 5th house, Sun. So we have Cancer again. I don't know, maybe you guys are Cancer. Cancer is, yeah, it's about home, family. Security is really important to Cancer. And again, there's kind of like with the claws of the crab, holding on tight, that feeling that you guys have or that you give people of, you know, not wanting to let go. The Sun is the ego. This is clearly about you guys, your success, what makes you feel whole. The Sun is that. It's our light, it's our fulfillment. And the 5th house, also associated with the Sun, rules romance, children, has a lot to do with the fun parts of life. So that could also be something maybe that people have a pet peeve about, is that you're not fun enough, or like maybe when they hang out with you, somehow the fun just gets sucked out of it. And it might not even be you, it could just be like this energy that can be very draining, okay? Because again, I think you guys, you put so much importance on certain things that keep being rehashed, okay? And not in a bad way. Like if this is important to you, your work, your future, your family, whatever it is, it just seems to other people at times like you're overdoing it, okay? Or it's overbearing. So yeah, I will leave this pile here for now. I hope this made sense. If you were here for it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading for all of you who chose this Tiger's Eye. Let's see what pet peeves people have of you or concerning you. Okay, we start off with the 6 of Cups, the Fool, the Ace of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and then the King of Swords. Wait, can you guys see that? Okay, yeah. Oh, we have Death, the Hanged Man, as well as the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay, so I'm getting a pretty brash energy here, especially when I'm looking at the Fool with the Death card beneath it. You guys definitely keep people on your toes. There is something that is very not like unexpected, but definitely jarring about your energy, especially to people who are sensitive or who are very slow, stable, because I think you guys have a much faster paced, sporadic energy. That's what I'm getting here with the Ace of Wands. It's fast. You guys are bold. You kind of cut people off, all right? That is what I'm trying to say here. Maybe with what you say or your actions, okay? But that is definitely a pet peeve of many people, is that you're really fast. Yeah, you could talk over people. You could do things without telling people, or despite what people say, you will just go ahead with your own judgment or against other people. You guys can also be very nice too. Looking at the Six of Cups, you appeal to a certain type of person, I think. Someone who likes flattery. I think you guys are great talkers. You can just be very charming in that way. So with whatever you say, it doesn't matter. I think you guys get away with a lot of things, underhanded things especially, that you do, or just things that are careless. Whatever it is, I think you guys, you have a magic with the Wheel of Fortune where things just turn out in your favor regardless of circumstances or what was intended or not intended. There's a sort of luck that you have. I think you guys are likable though, for the most part. I think these pet peeves though, if anything, yeah, like people need to be ready for your energy. They need to be ready to deal with you. I feel like you guys aren't the type of people who take kindly to rejections or having someone say no to you, especially people who, you know, you're trying to win over. I mean, overall, I think it's kind of funny, but to other people, I could see how you might not be so nice to deal with. Okay? Specifically, what's coming to mind is the image of someone in a boardroom giving a meeting and not answering questions and just giving a presentation and not answering questions, taking into account what other people have to say, or yeah, so maybe that is something that you guys struggle with, is listening, or, you know, not getting your own way, not finishing your sentence, okay? There's something coming through about a sort of complex that you guys have. You need to be the most blank person in the room, all right? You guys fill in the blank, but there is that kind of extremity here with the Fool and the Death card. You guys like that intensity. You want to be seen as someone who is powerful. You want power, right? And it's also not a secret either. I think you guys, there's sort of like this plotting energy. And it's not like plotting against people per se, but it's plotting to get ahead or to get things to a certain way that benefit you. The King of Swords, the Five of Swords. And again, you have a lot of luck, or at least it seems that way to other people. That could be their pet peeve, actually, is, man, it always works out for them. Or, of course, they got out of it unscathed, this whatever situation. But yeah, especially in situations where your hands are tied or there doesn't seem like an easy solution or way out, that is when you guys especially are somehow able to get out of it or untie yourselves. So that could be, yeah, that is definitely a pet peeve that people have, is that you are able to get away with a lot when they aren't. Or there's just something about you that escapes people's attention, or that goes unnoticed whenever you guys do mess things up or make a mistake. You guys can sweep your way through it. So let's pull you guys some more cards. What kind of pet peeves do people have? Of pile 2. Okay, we have heart of the matter. Yeah, you guys are very matter of fact. You know how to get to the core or the root of a problem. I feel like you guys have no problem actually telling people off or confronting people too. And we also have imagination. It says draw from the well of your own capabilities. You guys are definitely very capable. Obviously, like, duh. I mean, a lot of this seems like it ends up working out in your favor, or it's in the interests of what you're doing, like, most of the time, so that things work out for you. And then we also have live in the moment. What you are looking for is with you. Yeah, you guys are also very good on your feet. I'm just picturing you guys being very capable and having a command over the room that you're in. Like nothing getting past you and you guys wanting to dominate other people, but it also at the same time being very obvious to others what you're doing, okay? People love to talk about you behind your back, pile 2, but I think you know that, and you are definitely here for it, okay? You guys like the drama. You live for it. You live for that kind of fire. It fuels you. It makes you want success or want that kind of control even more. What's also interesting here is these colors. We have a lot of oranges and pinks. You guys, yeah, you have a certain charm and magnetism. And again, I think you guys, you can be very brazen. You have a bold energy that can catch people off guard. And so again, I think it's just having to deal with you could get under people's skin. Specifically, arguing with you, that is not something that people want to do in the slightest. Okay? So yeah, it could be people's pet peeves could include having to work with you on certain projects or certain things where they know you want to take the front seat. Maybe you guys like attention too. I could definitely see that being another pet peeve of other people. But I think what it is more so is you guys just making your own decisions without consulting people or going ahead with something, right? This fool against what other people have to say, okay? That can make them feel at times like there isn't even any point in telling you then, or in working with you, okay? So yeah, that is something I should point out. But it also it is kind of funny though, pile 2. Alright, let's pull you guys a few more cards. What is it people find annoying or that have pet peeves? Pile 2. Okay, so we have Pixie Pierrot. Ooh, we also have a good geisha. Oh, this is interesting. 18 plus 18 equals 36. Okay. Okay, you guys, the good geisha, you guys are really good at working the system, or again, getting people on your side, maybe lying to people to their face. There is something that's very, like, confrontational or hard to avoid facing with you, okay? I don't know if you guys are someone who's very hands-on. You kind of have a tough grip on situations that you have your hands dipped into. So again, control, right? But the good geisha, it's really that things work out for you, okay? That's what's really annoying to people. People might not even like you, but just, oh, why is it that things work out for pile 2? Or not even like they're jealous, but I mean, they might be. People might think that you are an operator or that you're very lucky when you shouldn't be, which could get annoying after a while. Okay, so let's roll the Astro dice. I am curious to see what people have these pet peeves. Let's take the top 3 signs to see if we can find anyone specifically. Pile 2. Oh, okay, so we have Scorpio. We have Leo. And we also have Aquarius. So those are all fixed energies. Maybe you guys also have some fixed energy in your chart. But that kind of makes sense because I think you guys have such a strong, bold, kind of brazen energy that might easily ruffle the feathers of people who are also sort of on that level or who have fixed energy as well. So let's just roll these and see what we get. Yeah, Mercury. You guys are smooth talkers, all right? That is definitely a strong message. We have Capricorn, 4th house. Capricorn is definitely the vibe. That has to do with that kind of corporate meeting image that I was getting earlier, where you guys just take charge without like asking people. Capricorn can also be a bit cold at times too. It is very concerned with the material, its own ambitions in wanting to climb that ladder or that mountain, right? And then we also have 4th house, which is about the home, roots. I feel like you guys just easily get under people's skin. Maybe you piss off people who live with you, or it's like that you can't live with people because you guys don't compromise, whatever it is. I think with the 4th house, there's definitely something that's kind of territorial about you or possessive, you know, like if you take control of a project or, you know, if people have to work with you, they already know that you guys are going to do most of the work, or like you guys, they'll leave the decisions or have to defer to you. Okay, so that is definitely something to watch out for. But yeah, overall, I would say the kinds of pet peeves that people have concerning you are you guys being very brazen, not always the nicest person to have to deal with. You guys are very, very extreme, okay? Also, you guys talking over people or maybe even being a bit demanding, but very charming again. Like Capricorn and Mercury equals silver tongue, or being able to talk to people in authority and kind of get what you want through your Mercury, which is really interesting. And then also what I said earlier with the Wheel of Fortune, things always seeming to go your way despite or against luck, you know, or against obstacles, okay? Things, and I don't know, like maybe you guys are hearing this and thinking, what? No. But again, to other people, it could seem that way, where you guys just have a way of being able to get away with a lot, or having a lot of lucky resolutions. So yeah, I will leave this pile here for now. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading for all of you who chose this blue calcite. Let's see what kind of things annoy people about you. What pet peeves do people have of pile 3? Okay, so we have the Star, the Lovers, the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, and lastly, the Two of Wands. Okay, so I'm picking up on someone, you guys, being very observant, all-knowing with the High Priestess. So, I don't know, maybe you guys always, like, catch people. Maybe you catch people doing things that they regret or that they wish no one else had seen, you know? Specifically when I saw this and then the Lovers, I was thinking, oh my god, maybe you guys have like walked in on people, or you just have a talent for seeing things that you're not supposed to see. It could be a bit of like a yard duty kind of vibe. You know how like the yard duty will always catch someone doing something and then it just becomes a moment, right? Yeah, because I'm seeing you guys trying to look the other way or not get involved in certain situations, but you ultimately end up getting involved because either you can't help yourself or it's too late. Like you already saw it or you know about it. So yeah, maybe you guys easily find out secrets that way. You could have some Pisces or some even like Scorpio in your chart where you just attract that kind of energy or certain circumstances into your life where you have to deal with knowing things that you wish you didn't. Another thing that's coming through though is that you guys are very soft and very nice, all right? Maybe a bit too nice. Especially with the Lovers. I think you guys are likable and people always have good things to say about you no matter what, but it could get annoying after a while or time after time when people are only saying good things about you, okay? That's the thing. It almost seems as if people want something bad to say about you, but they can't find it. And maybe that's the thing. It's like you guys know a lot of other people's secrets, but people don't actually know that much about you, or at least something that would be dirt that they could dig up, right? It would just be, I don't know. All that people know about you really is just what they've seen, which says very little, all right? I feel like you guys, you do do a good job of generally keeping your head down and staying out of trouble, right? Except for times when you don't, but yeah, for the most part, I think you guys are pretty subtle and discreet, okay? But yeah, that is definitely a pet peeve that people have, is that you guys are goody-goody or that you're too nice or perfect. Especially seeing that we start off with the star, and the star represents aspirations or things that we aspire towards. So people could find it annoying if you rub that in their faces, like, oh yeah, I am this type of way, right? Or if you guys are righteous, especially morally, right? Or you emphasize that you did the right thing or did a certain thing that the upper person would do, like taking the high road. It's tiring. Pile 3. You guys are too goody-goody, all right? And also, disclaimer, I have been mentioning this in all my readings, but don't take anything what I say personally or seriously. All I'm doing is reading the cards and saying what other people think or whatever is amplified or trumped up in their perspective of you, okay? This might not actually be true at all, okay? But this is just the way they see it. I don't know why, but it's really coming through that you guys hold a lot of knowledge or secrets on people. Like maybe you have some kind of hold on people. where you could blackmail them, or that you know just a lot of people's dirt in general. It's like the Two of Wands. You can see how this person has the crystal ball, right? They know. They have a special insight into things, into people. You guys could be really good at reading people and smelling out bullshit. Maybe, yeah, I'm really just getting someone who's a cop, or just the image of a cop doing an interrogation and saying, nope, you didn't do that, or nope, let's do this again. Now tell me the truth. So yeah, there is something about people not wanting to lie to you because they know they'll be caught, or just you guys catching people in general, right? And doing something they're not supposed to do, especially if you guys are, or you make points of being more moral or righteous, again, poking that in people's faces. Of course they're gonna find this annoying, okay? So let's get you guys some more cards. What pet peeves do people have of pile 3? Okay, we have gift of freedom, break away from your attachments, as well as you are unique, be yourself, everyone else is taken. You guys are definitely unique, that's for damn sure. It's funny, I think you guys, you're sort of like a caricature in the way how, yeah, people will reduce you down to 1 or 2 stereotypes or pet peeves that they don't like, and then refer to you in that way. And that might actually be difficult for you guys to get away from, you know, like if in the past people have labeled you or seen you in a certain light that was kind of disturbing or just not what you wanted. You guys are really smooth though. You have a way of presenting yourself as very good, like good-natured, or showing goodwill to other people. It's kind of scary, you know, like people might think, gosh, what's wrong with that person? They're literally not in touch, or like they haven't taken a misstep at all. Like what's happening? I don't know how to quite explain it. I'm not doing a good job, but suffice it to say that many of these pet peeves surrounding you, pile 3, have to do with you guys having the upper hand in your knowledge, or in you guys like when you put it in other people's face, like, yeah, I know this, or I'm a certain way that is more good or more righteous, that makes me more insightful. I don't know, something like that. And also with the Lovers too, it could be that it could have to do with relationships too. Maybe you guys attracting the wrong actually, no, I don't think it's that. But maybe it just comes up a lot of the time, like you guys talking about your relationships, whether that be friendships or partners, right? And that always being a topic of conversation. I feel like people know what you're gonna talk about though. Even if it's not that, I think with this pile, people sort of know what to expect, in that it kind of feels goody-goody, or it feels like you guys are about to talk about why you're better at something, or why something is the way that it should be. Let's pull you guys some more cards. Okay, what is it specifically that pile... Okay, let's not take these. I have not shuffled enough. What is it that people find problematic about pile 3? So we have a date with destiny. So that's actually quite unexpected. Date with destiny deals with fate. It deals with things that are beyond our reach. Again, it could be annoying that you guys seem sort of unattainable or too perfect. Possibly for even your own good. Like maybe you guys attract certain situations where you have to help people, or you know, that you otherwise wouldn't find yourself in because of that. And I think you guys, it is coming through as you guys being very soft and like maybe not guarded enough. Or you guys, again, looking the other way, keeping people's secrets. I'm not really sure if it's you guys having power over other people or other people feeling like you are powerless. Let's get one more. Pile 3. All right, one more. Wait. Okay, one more. This one wants to come out. We have Circus of Love. Okay, so that kind of reminds me of the Lovers. You guys are really nice and loving people, all right? I don't need to say that. You guys are really great, all right? People talk about how great you are. Trust me. Maybe love is a pet peeve, though, of people. Like you guys in your relationships, or people having trouble finding something that they don't love about you. Again, like wanting to dig up dirt or somehow get the better of you. But love is definitely something that keeps coming up, and especially with the Lovers, that to me signals you guys attracting certain people, or your relationships themselves always being brought up either by you or by other people, and it just seeming just beating a dead horse, you know, a lot of stuff being repeated here. Okay, so let's roll the Astro dice. Let's take the top 3 signs of people who have these pet peeves. Who do you annoy the most? Pile 3. Okay, we have Aries. Okay, that landed on the ground, but we have Pisces. And Sag. Okay, now let's roll them all together and see what we get. Alright, North Node, Taurus, 6th house. Okay, yeah, North Node speaks of someone wanting to be the better person here. Again, it's the point of aspiration and our great lesson, what we're here to do, what we're trying to master. So, especially with Taurus, because Taurus is really good-natured. It's ruled by Venus, of course. So, yeah, I just feel like what annoys people is that they can't say shit about you because you are very nice, or again, they find trouble finding fault here. The 6th house, this is the house of work. It's traditionally ruled by Virgo. And again, there's sort of something coming through about you guys having a lot of knowledge of other people. Also being very well put together, or, you know, seeming like you're outdoing people, all right? Whether purposely or not, it doesn't matter, because that's how it seems to others. Like you're trying to be better than them, or you're trying to make a point of that, okay? So I will leave this pile here for now. I hope this made sense. If you were here for it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey, pile 4, welcome to my final pile. If you chose this Jade, then this is for you. Let's see what kinds of pet peeves people have concerning you. Alright, we have the 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, quite a bit of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, as well as the World. Okay, so I'm definitely picking up on you guys taking advantage of people, alright? Also a disclaimer, what I say in these readings, please do not take it personally or seriously at all. I'm just saying what other people, how it seems to them, which might not even be true, okay? So, the fact that we have multiple hooded figures here indicates that someone's being shady, probably you guys, because that's who we're doing the reading for. So yeah, people could think you're shady. What I'm really seeing though is someone who is more like a con man and kind of offering this Ace of Pentacles, which represents substance, opportunity, business deals, and then it just never really following through because of this 8 of Cups beneath it, which is about leaving it behind, like moving on. Things never really seem to take off or get off the ground with you. Maybe you guys have trouble establishing long-term friendships or relationships because of this. It seems like you promise a lot and then deliver little or just don't follow through at all. Also, if you chose this pile, I think you guys tend to be more easily vilified because people, it's easy for them to misunderstand you. They might not see actually like what goes on behind your mind or how you guys operate. The Hermit is really you guys, you distancing yourself from other people or just not allowing others to get too close. That's kind of your style, your way of doing things is drawing people in and then pulling away or pulling back and moving on, right? There's some strong earth energy here with the Pentacles. Maybe you guys have some Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your chart. That's coming through. Also, those signs place a lot of emphasis on the material world, so money. That is also something that people might have a pet peeve with you of, like maybe you don't pay people back, or I don't know, there is something about you guys that seems dishonest, but also at the same time I have a feeling like people enjoy vilifying you, or it's just easier to do so because again they don't understand you. You guys seem distant, reclusive, like you have your own way of doing things, but you don't really explain that to other people. You just go ahead with it. It also seems like you guys are very smart and good at what you do. You give off a sort of businessman or, again, like con man impression that's very straightforward, but not quite direct. I think what it is that it seems like you're out for your own, or that you would save your own skin before saving other people. So maybe people take a problem with that. I don't know. It could just be a more selfish vibe that you give off unintentionally or intentionally. I think what the pet peeve here though is that people don't know much about you. Like it's hard to sort of figure that out. And then even then, they might still feel like you're being shady. Or that you guys are hiding things purposely. That you're mischievous or up to no good, okay? And also that you have your own way of doing things. So I think for a lot of people, the pet peeve here is knowing that they're not going to really understand or be able to adapt to what you want. For this pile, though, I want to pull some more cards. Because so far, I am sort of getting some mixed signals here. So let's see. What pet peeves do people have? Okay, so we have the High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, we have the King and the Queen. Very pentacle-oriented, guys. So career, money. This could also just be people at work who have pet peeves about you, about having to work with you, or not wanting to get too deeply involved here. We also have, okay, Ten of Wands, King of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, I do feel like people aren't on your level. They might feel left behind, or like you don't really care about them. Maybe it's that. People just think you're cold, pile 4, or that you're emotionally just not there or present. It's like you're shady, but you're also not really fooling people here. You come off as sly and like a con man. That is really, or a swindler. It's kind of, that's the vibe, is where you guys are just trying to get in to make something, or to, you know, quickly get something out of this, and then like you're off, okay? Or you'll leave people holding the bag. It's not really, maybe this also has to deal with commitment, but because of the context and all the pentacles that we have, I really feel as though this has a lot to do with you guys advancing yourselves in your career and trying to make as much money as possible, or yeah, just accumulate things. Let's get you guys more cards. Pile 4, what is it? Okay, we have accepting challenges, trust your inner resources. Maybe you guys don't lose. You guys could be sore losers, or not take defeat well. Because accepting challenges, this is about trusting, right? That you can overcome them. Honestly, maybe people just don't trust you. That could be the pet peeve. We have deal with the unexpected, and limitation is power. It seems like you guys have a lot to offer, though, in that you guys are very interesting people to come across. But also it's just that. It's that people can't make sense of you. You know, you guys take on that outcast personality. People know they're not going to get close to you. So yeah, they don't know. I feel like that's what's at the root here of this pile, is that Hermit card, and also this King of Pentacles. You guys sitting on that throne and being fine with not, or having a problem with people like sitting next to you, you know, and not even in an egotistical way, or that you guys look down on people, but just not wanting to share share your energy with others, or not knowing what to expect. There seems to be a lot of like mystery and assumptions that people would sooner make of you than actually seeing for themselves. Okay, let's get you guys a few more cards. Is it? Okay, we have Crown of the Butterfly Bambini, Meant for You, and Out of Darkness. Yeah, the Out of Darkness card. as I said, because there's a lot of cloaked figures in these images of the tarot cards that we got, I think a natural pet peeve of people's is gonna be that they assume that you're up to no good or that they assume that they can't trust you, you know? That's the thing. It's almost like it's like a villain. You guys play that card so well. And the crown of the butterfly bambini, you guys aren't bothered about it though. That's the thing. You guys proudly will wear these colors. Also, if you chose this pile, you probably belong to Slytherin because it's just that vibe where you don't care that people would vilify you. You embrace it and you're fine with being typecast or being an outcast and not having to pretend to be anything else, which is beautiful. But also, you guys, again, like, these are the pet peeves that people have, I think, having to deal with these like assumptions and people thinking that you're untrustworthy or that you're up to no good, okay? So let's roll the Astro dice and see what signs are the ones who have these pet peeves. We will take the top 3. Okay, we have Libra, Gemini, and Leo. Okay, now let's roll all these together and see what we get. Oh, this one's Taurus, 9th house, and Sun. Yeah, you guys are unapologetic. Unapologetically you, the Sun. Taurus is very connected to nature, very grounded and rooted. You might be a Taurus, okay? There's some strong earth in this pile. And Taurus, here's the thing, what people say is Taurus is always very money hungry or very much concerned with, or too concerned with material things. They can be greedy, right? So maybe people assume that about you, or that is a pet peeve, like people think you're that way. And the 9th house is the house of higher truth, philosophy, travel as well. Yeah, there's something kind of foreign about you guys. Like, people assume that you have your own way of doing things and you're not really accountable. Like, people hold you to a different standard because they assume that you have a different way of doing things and that you don't want to fit in or you don't want to, like, assimilate, which is kind of unfortunate, you know, because I think you guys, you have a lot to offer and you are very interesting people to get to know, but people sort of don't approach you because they think, they just see the darkness or they see something that they deem untrustworthy, or like, yeah, people just have these kinds of assumptions about you, whether they are actually true or not. These are the main things I am receiving. I will leave this pile here for now. I hope it made sense. If you guys liked it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later.